Ghana, once home to powerful kingdoms like the Ashanti, made up of the proud Akan people, became a British colony called the Gold Coast. It gained independence in 1957 under Kwame Nkrumah, becoming the first sub-Saharan African nation to do so. After years of coups and military rule, Ghana returned to democracy in 1992. Today, it's known for political stability, rich culture, and resources like gold, cocoa, and oil. Yes, I had traveled to Ghana for a conference cum workshop, and I want to share with you what my experience was in the city of Accra. Come with me. So first things first, Accra is the largest city in Ghana, being both the administrative and commercial capital along the Atlantic coast. It was my first time traveling to West Africa, and obviously I was nervous. I didn't know what I was going to meet up in West Africa, the different culture, the different foods, the different types of interaction. It was obviously my first time traveling to West Africa, so I was really nervous. Didn't know what to expect in terms of culture, interaction, traditions of the people that I was going to see in Accra. So my journey begins from my workstation in Barbara. I traveled to Hargeisa, then flew to Addis to get my connecting flight. That is the Addis Accra flight. As usual, my preferred airline was Ethiopian Airlines, and I think I should do a feature on how this airline has improved interconnectivity in Africa. I spent the night in Addis in order to travel the following day. My flight was ET 921 on the magnificent Airbus A350. That was the smoothest flight I had ever had.
Five hours later.
So from Addis to Accra is 5 hours 40 minutes. By the time we arrived, we had to adjust our watches 2 hours behind. And just let me inform you, it was really hard for me the first day because I found myself waking up 3 hours early than I had always woken up. I didn't realize that there was a time shift from my East African time to the West African time. Before we go any further, please, I'm requesting you to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. So what are my first impressions of Kotoka Airport or Kotoka International Airport? I like it. Accra is hot and humid, I must say. I was already comfortable and feeling at home because this is the exact same weather as my home city of Mombasa in Kenya. I think this time I'll buy a local line. Last time in Joburg, I really suffered. So far, which is the best network? Yeah. MTN. Okay. So how much to buy and register a line? Okay, MTN. So these were my first impressions of Accra. Well organized, or maybe I was only on the high-end quarters of Accra. Please, Accrarians, if such a word exists, tell me, is there another side of Accra that I should have explored in order to get the true feeling of Accra? Please give me your comments in the comment section. My organization had booked us at Labadi Beach Hotel, such a great place. Would recommend it any day. Just go over to their website and see what facilities they have. But as far as I'm concerned, what I was able to see, they have awesome rooms, the lawns are good, they have good conference halls, they're next to the beach, and the staff are very, very friendly. What you exactly need for a staycation. Yeah, time zone, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Mesha kusuje ufanyiwe massage hapa. Sidhani kama ngadi. Ndio ufanyiwe massage hapa. Sidhani kama ngadi. My only issue was, as a Kenyan, they don't have hot tea. I mean tea hot as in hot tea straight from the fire. Speaking as a Kenyan, right? And speaking on the staff, a little bit of fast forward. Here are the staff singing and helping us celebrate 2 of our colleagues' birthdays. So first things first, in any new country that you go to, you have to get a currency exchange. So I was changing my dollars to Ghanaian cedis. Then I noticed something on the banknotes that, unlike other money that I've seen before, so there were these 6 political figures on these banknotes that I had. And I was informed that these were the original founders of the United Gold Coast Convention, namely Kwame Nkrumah, obviously, Ako Ajay, Edward Akufo-Addo, that is father to the former president Nana Akufo, Joseph Boakie Dankwa, Emmanuel Obetsebi Lamte, and William Ofori-Atta. Nice way to preserve your history. And please, Ghanaians, if I've butchered the names, please have mercy on me, because I don't know how to speak Akan. I'm just trying my level best. So back to the main issue. We were there for a food safety and quality conference together with other food technologists and contractors from other parts of Africa. By the way, this is not what food technology is, but this is what we do as food technologists. So back to our conference. It was quite a fun experience to meet people from several nationalities and learning what advances other institutions are getting in this field. There was specifically a demonstration by the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture from Nigeria in an area known as Kano, which has developed a biochemical that aims to prevent aflatoxin contamination right from the farm. But I don't want to bore you with a lot of scientific talk. Now, food technologies are not just about food. From what also you can see here, food technologies are not just about food, factories and labs. We are also all smiles and we always try to look our best. We are also fashion pace-setters. I also went back home very happy that at least I had a chance to appear on local Ghanaian TV, that is Adom TV. And here I am. Just look at this report which was made.
World Food Program edine fami enu dwumedi ahyehyɛ so ewo man Ghana ya trimupa eta kyira ne se ebebo aduane pa ho dawuro na afei ama manfo ate hia se aduane ewo mu di no etimi ye de papa na bebo wo mo apomden empanifo kyire mu a saa ehyehyɛ yi a wode agu akwam yi ebebo ama man Ghana aduane sem etimi ejina brane.
World Food Program forum a womo eye womo ehia womanfo a womo enimde efa kwan a womo fa so esie anuane na womo bo aduane ho ban na bra womo ehia womanfo yi womo sinkonya efa kwan a womo ebefa so a anuane a womo eye ewo bibiman mu ene ne Bible no ebetoye na ejina fapema World Food Program for epe ehia mu a womo ehia ye womo so ehwe se ebibiman for ebehwe se strategic plan a womo ede egu akwam eye afi 2024 ede ko afi 2028 no womo de betumpo Country Director Edema Jumedie no eye Barbara Clemens say no chire mu chire Adom News.
I mean, we talked about investing. We talk about now that we have a company that we are now have invested in, worked with FDA to get them on board so that we can now start shipping specialized nutritious food to those companies. We're working on them to increase their market share of is something called Super Cereal Plus for pregnant and lactating women, which is economically more valuable in our life-saving operations.
Oman Ghana oman a womu benya emfaso efri enkonya womu esi plans ahodo ene nhihyeya World Food Program ede abai na dwumakuo bi a womu ebedi mu akotene ebini Food and Drugs Authority Deputy Director Edema Food and Drugs Authority FDA Roderick Kwabena Ejay ene Adum News nsentwofo etwetwe ho nkomo
obroni frɛ bibi food safety there say ade bi a won etibili di nipa dem a etimi kɔ aduane mu so hwɛ sɛ saa nneɛma no enkomo ɛno nti na saa nkyerɛkyerɛ na yɛ kyerɛ yɛn nkrɔfoɔ ase no progressive license no ɛno yɛ industries no ɛno yɛ frɛ no GMP, good manufacturing practices. It is also be good manufacturing practices now. The
following day I was at the beach side just strolling and enjoying the Atlantic breeze, and then I was able to meet my namesake, a guy who was named John, and he was a horse rider, and he really tried to convince me to get a ride.
Yeah. But if you don't hold it, you can do stubborn. Don't hold the key. Yeah, that's why we hold the key. Or maybe the customer is on it, want to run. Yeah. And you cannot small like 2 times, then you go run for the customer. That's why we hold the key.
So if you want to teach me how to ride horse, how much you charge?
Like, we make a friend now.
Yeah.
We make a friend, so I'll make you fine. Yeah. Then you will make me fine. Yeah. I'll not charge you. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have charge.
So we do fine.
Fine, yeah. Fine. I don't know the place I'll meet you to help me.
Yeah.
Life, so okay. One day born.
I just want to say I felt home in Accra, because who don't want to come and relax in Accra, just like my home city of Mombasa. The sand, the breeze, the beach, everything, just like my home city of Mombasa. And I also had my colleague who was from Tanzania, Dar es Salaam. He also felt he was at home. So we can't just be at the conference the whole day and then go back to our rooms and that's that. No, we had to go out and savor the nightlife in Accra. Okay, I may not have captured it on camera, but severally we were stopped by the police along the road when we were coming from these night joints. And whenever we just produce our UN laissez-passer, the police will just let us pass. Seems there's a lot of respect for UN in this country. And I guess it must be the legacy that the illustrious son Kofi Annan, the former Secretary General of the UN, left in this country. Of all the nightclubs that we were able to visit in Accra, this one plus 233 Jazz Bar and Grill is the one which impressed me the most. It was such a vibe. And the fact that it had an all-female band just made it even to the tops.
Let's go ahead. Thank you, Mama, for the 9 months you carried me through. All the pain and suffering. No one knows the struggle you bear, just only you. Make me all my lover. Thank you, Mama, for the 9 months you carried me through. The pain and suffering. No one knows the struggle you bear, just only you. Give me all my love. Oh, Mama, I will never let you down. I'll never ever wait. We'll always be around. It's been too hard, like it's so hard and down. Never always be, you never be around.
the end of my 5-day stay in Accra, and this is on day 4. I decided to visit the Black Star Square, and it was ecstatic to be where Ghana's founding father declared the Gold Coast's independence, and Ghana was born. I can imagine the euphoria, the shouts, the lowering of the Union Jack, and the raising of the Ghanaian flag.
And the powerful laughed at him, flung names at him, veranda boy, subversive, agitator. But the people wanted freedom. They followed him. To the people he said the simple things. Decency, hard work. Kwame Nkrumah tells the people they're a free nation. Another nation in the world added to so many. Does that help? Remember this. Until the peoples are nations, they will not be recognized. And until the nations are free, they will not have peace.
Now here we be at Black Star Square. See? Yeah, I just want to take video here. Black Star Square. But then you're going to take a photo. Later, an enterprising Ghanaian tried to sell me some of his paintings. He wanted $30. Tell me, Ghanaians, if this price was right, or maybe I was thinking it was on the higher side. I don't know. Brother, you there fine? Yeah.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
From where?
Kenya. Yeah.
Me, I'm an artist.
Artist, okay. Okay.
Yes.
You do for which?
It's the best time. That's me.
Black Star Square.
This one there phone is another level.
Yep.
At your phone.
Yep.
At another level.
Black
Just take me
Star
one
Square.
before you start taking your.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait. Stand there.
Welcome to Black Star. I personally feel in Africa we are yet to be big on the symbolism of monuments, because monuments are a great way of preserving our socio-political history. They tell a history of decades within a very limited space.
What you should be doing?
Like we have the Askari monuments in Kenya and Tanzania, the Independence Monument in Uganda, the African Renaissance Monument in Senegal, which happens to be the biggest monument and tallest in Africa. We have the Three Chiefs in Botswana. We have Arc de Triomphe in Paris. So my love for monuments is unrivaled. Then just right next to Black Star Square is the Accra Sports Stadium. I was informed that it's the home of Hearts of Oak and Accra Lions. Just that I didn't have much time, but I wish I'd stayed longer in Accra to be able to watch one of these derbies. Then after going back to history, then it was time to come back to the present, and I went out to Oxford Street in Osu so as to check out some of the famed Ghanaian fabric. Obviously, I needed some fabric to be able to take back to Kenya so that they can really believe I was in Ghana and this is authentic Ghanaian fabric. One thing I must say that I really enjoyed in Accra was being able to hold my phone and walk on the streets and just record without the fear of having to lose my phone. In Nairobi, you cannot hold your phone like this.
Serious?
Yeah, you can't.
No, yeah, you can.
You will lose it.
Okay.
You will lose it. Like seriously. You can't. Even our own taxi driver was quite surprised because we kept asking him if the stuff that we left in the car, is it safe? Because in Kenya there have been so many break-ins, so we just had to be extra careful. I think it's an instinct that once you come from such areas, you always want to be careful. You can never assume anything. But the driver told us he was just okay, told us there's nothing that can happen. My car is safe. Maybe we were just minding too much about his safety. So as I was still strolling along Oxford Street, I just happened to come across some small short video which was really action-packed. I saw some brothers decided to massage each other's cheeks. I don't know how it ended, but they were really not happy. Just look at it.
Now why they fight now? They fight. Look, they fight.
I also had the chance of buying Ghanaian chocolate. It may not be as sweet as maybe the other chocolate brands that we know, but it is somehow slightly bitter, but it is tasty. Tasty is the word.
Where? Some chocolates here.
As we know, whatever has a beginning must always have an end. So my 5 days in Accra was up, though I wasn't able to visit every other place within Accra, but I will be coming back. So it was time to say goodbye, and I just want to say that my colleague here, this beautiful Akan lady, Elisa, who was really of great help to us, was able to take us around Accra and helped us enjoy Accra so much. We were so grateful. So me and my Rwandese colleague, we had to leave because we were catching our flight the same day, though there were some colleagues that we still left at the conference, and we were headed to the airport to catch our ET flight back to Addis, then back to our various workstations.
Okay, CG, this thing I started hearing it in 2020.
No, it's not like what I have heard yesterday from Mombasa.
Yeah.
And here it's not that, oh yeah, HQ, whatever.
Okay, okay.
I say it's you and the head of supply chain. It's within the competence of the head of supply chain to submit also for the staff to obtain limited fixed now. Okay. Then after 4 years, it converts to automatic to fixed now.
Okay.
That's what happened in Ume. Ume the whole process of it. Now she have a limited fixed now.
Okay.
You remember before?
Then she must be
a consultant.
Yeah, consultant. Yeah.
Akaniambia what the head of supply chain told Ume is that they will send some.
So my friend here, Elisa, who was taking us around, she's a proud daughter of the Akan people. At the boarding lounge, there came a lady who was really trying hard to convince me to buy some property in Dubai or Accra, and I was just wondering, like, how rich do I look? I was just in a t-shirt and a jeans. I don't know. If you've been able to watch this video till the very end, we thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if we're just requesting that if you could like, share and subscribe this video, and also if you're willing, you could be able to support us so that we may be able to produce more videos like this.